Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. I'm your host, Colors Fade. It's episode 26. We have to go to the officer's deck because last episode, someone tried to flood our personal bath with blood, which did not seem like a good idea. So we want to take care of that. Jocasta Sarabak is leading this investigation. So we'll see what she can do. Sarabak barks at the officers gathered before you. His lordship, the rogue trader, has seen fit to honor us with his presence in order to monitor the course of the investigation. You are expected to perform your duties immaculately and report your every step to me. Should any of your actions bring shame to the enforcers, you will answer to me personally. Lord Captain, the three officers before you have been tasked with conducting the investigation. First, Captain Klein is a veteran with a record of quelling uprisings of mutant abominations in the colonies. Captain Ginevri is young, but she has already preempted several mutinies among the ship's rabble. Lastly, there is Captain Horotko. His interrogation skills deserve credit, and he knows how to instill fear and respect firmly in the minds of the riffraff. You notice the enforcers exchange a few astounded glances and throw their shoulders back. Apparently, they are not used to standing so close to figures as renowned as you. What are your findings thus far? We have discovered a worker's corpse, mutilated and desiccated. We are still looking into the man's identity and position, but the surgeon's report has confirmed that among all the blood that was pumped into your bath chamber, the blood-carrying mutations was indeed his. The workers from the nearby decks have all been checked for genetic aberration, but the mutations identified are all within the norm for laboring masses. They are being rounded up for interrogation as we speak. Even taking into account the neighboring decks only, that constitutes hundreds of people. How do you plan to question them all? Our interrogation techniques are broad and varied. However, nothing loosens the tongue like corporal punishment, beatings, mutilations, torture, public executions. Sarabak almost purrs as she lists the way of making people suffer. When combined with psychological pressure, such methods work wonders. Or, just as an alternative, Sarabak, you could just stick them in a room and play country music really loud, nonstop. I mean, that would get me to talk. Alright, an unfortunate necessity. Let's return to other matters. Indeed, Lord Captain, most unfortunate, says the Master-at-Arms, a bloodthirsty smirk stealing across her face. Do you have any working theories? The mutants are plotting, Enforcer Klein says, and he spits in disgust. They've been breeding like void rats, so they're getting cocky. Must have wanted to infect your lordship with the plague. It wasn't an attempt on the Lord Captain's life, Ginevri says. It was a threat. The rabble are planning a revolt, so they're trying to terrorize us. Soon you will drown in blood. Insurgents pride themselves on such metaphors. Meanwhile, Sarabak says, Captain Hrotko is convinced that it was the work of Voitver's surviving cultists. However, I believe this to be a warning rather than a threat. What we need to establish is who is trying to warn us, and of what. What do you propose we investigate first? The body. Once you have ascertained the dead man's identity, we'll be able to locate his associates and narrow down the number of suspects. Captain Klein is in charge of examining the corpse. Yes, your lordship. I'm almost done with my report. As soon as it's ready, I'll deliver it to you. Then let us begin. While we wait for Klein to report back, please enjoy the refreshments that have been prepared for you, Lord Captain. Oh, definitely. Heinrich Montag, pair of enforcers with battered faces, is escorting Infernus Master Heinrich Montag. His lip is busted, his knuckles are grazed and covered with blood, and there is chewed up eel stick between his teeth. One of the enforcer drones nasally. We apprehended him while he was trying to break through the detained rabble. Got into a scuffle. We barely managed to restrain the troublemaker. He demanded an audience with you, Mistress Sarabak. The Master-at-Arms nods, and the enforcers release their prisoner. Heinrich adjusts his clothes and approaches confidently. What do you enforcers think you're doing, Jocasta? Why are you assaulting my people, denying them water like they're criminals? You've got teenagers and elderly folk here. They're all just ordinary workers. They've done nothing wrong. No, Heinrich. What do you think you're doing? Attacking my people, chastising me in front of the Lord Captain? Get out before I have you charged. Heinrich looks up at you. Your Lordship, I ask you please to protect your servants from this abuse. Have patience, Heinrich. As soon as the culprit is found, your people will be released. Heinrich raises his chin proudly. In that case, I request permission to join my family. Very well. I command you to cease the beatings and provide these people with rations and water. Wow, you still get that option after the first one. Okay. I would dare not disobey your lordship's order, even when I disagree with. Thank you. We won't forget your mercy. Yeah, you will. Heinrich gestures at a disheveled young man and a short-haired girl in her teens. Both are dressed in utility coveralls and smeared with soot. Lord Captain, let me introduce my sister Nemi and my niece Mia. Ladies, you should thank the Lord Captain for helping you. Hello, Your Majesty. Thank you for the food and water and for not letting them chop our hands off. That would have left us a little short-handed. Mia snorts and elbows Nemi in the ribs. It's your lordship. And don't make jokes when you're so terrible at them. Do you want the Lord Captain to change his mind and send you back? Holt, Cassia says, are your serfs literate? I could lend them a highly informative pamphlet on etiquette. Cassia glances at Nemi and Mia's grubby hands and wrinkles her nose. Then again, they would probably just burn in it for warmth. Well, how did they end up in the hands of the enforcers? My status as senior officer exempted me from being arrested, but that same privilege did not extend to them. They were taken along with the rest of the clan. They were acting horribly, Nemi says. They were hitting people in the head and the ribs. They didn't care if someone fought back or not. Nemesis would never allow that. Mia elbows her again. Shh. They hear his name, they'll get angry again. Nemesis, you say? I wonder who that is. Nemi lowers her eyes in fear. No one, just a hero from a tale my grandfather used to tell me when I was little. That's enough, Nemi. Heinrich scowls disapprovingly. You are not a child anymore, so stop bothering people with these silly rhymes. Forgive my sister, Lord Captain. That was inappropriate. Return to the rest of the detainees. Thank you, Lord Captain. They're all I live for, and thanks to you, the people most important to me are now safe. Nemesis. We must remember that name. Captain Klein snaps to attention. Identifying the victim has proven impossible. His face has been smashed in and his body is badly maimed. There are too many wounds to determine the exact cause of death, but presumably he died after the killer slit his throat. That's how they drained his blood. No external signs of mutilation were found. In other words, Sauerback says, we have nothing. Klein, this isn't a report, it's a declaration of our incompetence before the Lord Captain. You will keep digging around inside that corpse until you have produced some results. Ginevra looks at Klein with sympathy. She clearly cares about him, but does not wish to trample on her comrade's honor with words of comfort. Horotko regards Klein with a contemptuous smirk, but Klein scowls back at him. No external signs of mutation, you say. What about internal signs? Performing an autopsy was inadvisable, Klein says, due to the danger of contaminating the area with genetic aberration. You see a flash of genuine horror in Klein's eyes before his gaze turns glassy. You have seen that look before in the eyes of other veterans. It's the expression of someone reliving painful memories that have been left behind deep scars. They cannot hope to overcome such trauma on their own. They would need help, or a partner, or perhaps some strong emotional stimulus. It would seem that I had an exaggerated opinion of this veteran's courage. You should get some rest. Let Horotko take over his duties. Indeed. Klein, why don't you go take a break? Maybe it's time you consider asking for a transfer to a less demanding post. Your best years are behind you. You should make way for the younger generation. Klein's face turns a deep red. Shut your damn mouth, Rodko. Things I've seen, the filth I've crushed. You want me to gut another one? You want to see its mutant blood on my hands? I'll show you blood. Well played, Lord Captain. It has been some time since I last saw this kind of fire in the old man's eyes. And away they go, only to return later. Klein is up to his elbows in blood, his eyes flaring defiantly. I've examined the filth inside and out. His innards are a genetic nightmare. It's a bag of corruption wrapped in human skin, extra organs, scales, atrophied ingrown limbs. But that's not what's important. The body was disfigured posthumously. They killed the mutant with surgical precision before opening his throat and draining his blood. It wasn't until after the actual murder that they crushed his head and tried to cover up his wounds. The wounds were so brutal I had almost missed his work tattoo. The victim was a pipe warden, and I found this in his throat. Klein presents a blood-stained raven feather. A certain legend springs to your mind, one involving Saint Quirin, who was granted a portent of enemies hiding among the faithful. When Quirin prayed to the emperor for a sign that might reveal the traitors, a raven's feather burst out of her mouth to inscribe the names of the conspirators. Only someone versed in the symbology of the Imperium could deliver such a message. I see. For what purpose was the corpse mutilated? Someone wanted to hide the cause of death. What I fail to understand is why they would leave the body out in the open instead of disposing of it. It is imperative that we find whoever mutilated the body. I concur. Would you like to give us specific instructions, Lord Captain? Specifics are merely an impediment to flexible thinking. Follow your heart. Sourback's eyebrows twitched nervously. Follow my heart? But of course, I should have thought of it myself, Captain. I thank your lordship for your wise counsel. So remember Saint Quirin? Could this be a sign? Vile mutants do not make allusions to saints. This was someone versed in the creed. And what about the tattoo? What do pipe wardens have to do with anything? The pipe wardens are a worker clan that services the ship's sewer systems. The tattoo indicates the worker's status and personal number. This one was SP-246-01, Klein says. Senior pipe warden. Klein, I wish to give you a glass of Amasec for your good work. You look like you need it. Klein accepts the glass and downs it instantly. Evidently, he is in no state to savor the bouquet and taste of the fine drink you have offered him. Well, at least you did something useful on your second attempt. What's our next step? We should run the victim's identification number through the Masterwork Log Cogitator. It's a machine spirit favors us. We will be able to narrow down the number of suspects. Ginevra, this is your arena. Ginevra approaches you, followed by a dignified woman in crimson robes. Allow me to introduce the esteemed tech priest Androveta Phi. She believes she has the right to obstruct the investigation and refuse to grant the enforcers access to the Master Cogitator. The tech priest lets out an indignant binaric trill. I request that the laywoman's willful activities be halted. She intends to torment the machine spirit of the Masterwork Log Cogitator, Iota 3B. The venerable spirit is ill and is in no disposition to ensure such abuse. What is the problem with the machine spirit? The spirit is old and quick to anger, but is therefore calls for a sensitive approach, not a torturous intrusion by a brutish laywoman. Since the start of this watch, the spirit has been unwell, so we have been trying to soothe its woes by applying sacred unguents and sensing the great machine's boards. The dogma of data recuperative quarantine prohibits any disturbances to blessed machines found to be in such a state. When I'm old and cantankerous, Adira says, I'll demand aromatic unguents and a hookah to fumigate my sacred lungs too. Then again, why wait? What exactly does this data recuperative dogma prescribe? Let no profane hand touch the sacred machine stricken. Let the mechanism be shielded from all worldly troubles by a veil of righteous litany, and let its shrine be thricely honored till the malady is no more. Judging by Ginevra's expression, she would rather have her profane hands touch Androveta Phi's neck. Pascal, how profane would you say your hands are? I am Magos Explorator, and this vessel's engine Seer Prime. profanity of this unit's hands, as well as the rest of its limbs, organs, and augmentics, is null. Chai snorts derisively. Shocking arrogance. If I count up how many pieces of xenotech and archaeotech this grasping hand has managed to confiscate, I wonder if its profanity will increase or decrease. Tech priest Andromeda Phi says, if the honored Major supervises the laywoman's tactful interaction with the spirit, I will sanction this disturbance. You better. I need answers. Raising her hands high, Andromeda Phi wails, Omnisoia preserve us. The Great Spirit was infected by a layperson. That is the culprit you should be searching for, not some pipe warden. Sacrilege! Registering a Category 3 act of sacrilege resulting in a Category Epsilon Quadro transgression scenario. Requesting the inclusion of the offender in the registry of wanted entities for the purpose of expiative disposal. We have discovered that the cogitator's malfunctions began after an unauthorized attempt to access it was made. Someone deliberately angered the machine spirit in order to bury the work logs. Thankfully, the esteemed tech priest was able to appease the spirit and extract the information we needed. The victim's name was Orto. On the day he died, he was servicing Valve 27B, which supplies water to the rogue trader's bath chamber. He also had a partner, who has yet to appear for duty since the incident occurred. We have a suspect. I see. Did the murderer get to the cogitator too? Impossible. Since the start of the watch, this area has been used as a center of operations. No rabble could have slipped by unnoticed. Moreover, a common pipe warden wouldn't know how to commune with a machine spirit. The murderer had help. Who's the partner? Senior Pipe Warden Guidon, number SP-268-55, an 8th generation pipe warden. No registered infractions, excellent discipline, perfect work record, an exemplary servant of the Imperium. Master-at-Arms, how do you propose we find our new suspect? Before Sourback can respond, Horotko cuts in. Your Lordship, there was a man named Guidon among the rabble waiting to be interrogated. He immediately struck me as suspicious. Please allow me to question the man in your presence. Sourback narrows her eyes, but all she says is, bring him in now. Before you stands a gaunt man in work clothes. His face is swollen from the bruises and several of his fingers are broken and sticking at odd angles. He stares vacantly into the distance with watery eyes. Start talking, Horotko says. You miserable wretch. You tried to kill the Lord Captain, didn't you? Horotko grabs a worker by the lapels. Guidon's coat flies open, revealing crude occult symbols painted all over his body. What's this? Heretical brands? Cultist scum? Guidon yells, baring what remains of his teeth. Yes, it was me. I tried to put a curse on the Lord Captain. I killed my partner in a wicked ritual, rubbed elbows with them demons, consorted with them, all to carry out a dark plot and doom the Lord Captain for the glory of my almighty master. He bursts into a fit of hysterical theatrical cackling. His words, Cassia says. He is trying to paint them over with fake, garish hues, but his abject terror carries with it too much black and gray. What does he hope to accomplish with this? He has admitted to everything, the vermin. I have insisted time and again that the assassination attempt was carried out by one of Voigtvir's surviving henchmen, and I was right. I guess we weren't so thorough in clearing them out as we thought. Horotko casts a sharp look at Sourback. Horotko looks proud and self-important. Ginevri is biting her nail as if hesitant to say anything. Sourback is observing the worker in silence, apparently sunk deep in thought. Meanwhile, Klein merely stands still with a distrustful grimace on his face. Other than Horotko, no one here seems to believe that you are looking at the real culprit. It seems that Klein was too quick to blame the mutants. We are dealing with the demon worshippers here. Klein smirks. The dead mutant looked more like a demon worshipper to me, the way his guts were all twisted. As for this one here, there's no touch of the warp on his body, that's for sure. The worst he'll be able to show us is an ingrown nail. I see. Expertly done. Ginevri, you have much to learn from Horotko. Wouldn't you agree, Jocasta? Sourback glances at Ginevra with curiosity. Ginevra, do you concur with the Lord Captain? Have you anything to say about this expert display? Ginevra balks sheepishly, casts a wary gaze at the Master of Arms, and then shakes her head. Does the Master of Arms not find it strange that the suspect is so eager to paint himself as a heretic? And in such a preposterous fashion, no less. I agree, Lord Captain. Sourback growls at the worker. I want the truth. Who are you? And who told you to give us this pathetic confession? The man blanches and starts bawling. He gives up on his sinister theatrics and babbles in the voice of a common worker. Forgive me, your lordship. I'm not Guidon, and I'm not a heretic. Yart's me name. I'm a laundryman. Please have mercy. They took my family. That enforcer said she'd throw them out of the airlock if I don't confess. She made me draw these unholy marks on myself. What enforcer? Herodko says. Name. Give me your name. Ginevra. Her name was Ginevra. What? Ginevra, totally surprised. I swear I have not. Ginevra. The steely edge in Sourback's voice causes everyone present to freeze, but you also hear a note of bewilderment. We will deal with her later. I will handle the search for Guidon myself. Lord Captain, would you have us execute this demon worshipper? Spare the man. Wash off those heretical symbols and let him rejoin his family. It will be done. There is no cause for alarm, Lord Captain. This conspirator may have been a fake, but now it's only a matter of time before we find the real culprit. We have the pipe warden's names and identification numbers, and we know which clan they're from. We will keep pressing the riffraff until either the culprit confesses or someone turns him in. I will handle this. The Master at Arms pointedly grips the maul on her belt. Please enjoy your meal in the interim, Lord Captain. The scoundrel will appear before us soon enough. Is the meal pizza and beer? I would enjoy that. Lord Captain, the real pipe warden Guidon has been found and is being escorted here as we speak. Are there any remaining questions you wish to address before we hear from Guidon himself? You can start by reporting on the results of the additional investigation efforts. No, we'll skip that. I have no more questions. Bring in the pipe warden. We've been talking for 22 minutes. We can wrap this up. The pipe warden does his best to remain reverentially bowed, which paints a rather comical picture given his formidable height and complexion. He lowers his head, tugging at his beard. Senior pipe warden Guidon, honored to serve, Lord Captain. I'm ready to confess to everything. You are the real pipe warden Guidon, are you not? I am, and I am proud of it, Lord Captain. A pipe warden's craft is hard work, but necessary. My number is SP-268-55. My work partner was the late Orto, number SP-246-01. I oversee the water supply systems on the upper decks, sectors A-3, K-8, and R-2. That includes valve 27-B. There can be no mistake, Sourback says. I have verified his identity myself. It has also been confirmed by the other workers. Why did you fill my bath with blood? I did as the servant of death commanded. She said the Emperor gave the first spinner a sign that your lordship should be bathed in blood of poor Orto, my partner, and I was scared, so I obeyed. The first spinner? Are you talking about the vizier of the blood-spun web? Yes, that's him. He leads the death cultists, the lot who worship the Emperor by killing. His spinners hunt down heretics, but sometimes they take righteous lives too. Their service is mysterious, fervent, and bloody. If the vizier ordered it, there must have been a reason, Cabela says. The Undying One must have revealed something to him that we are ignorant of. With an acerbic smile, Heinrich blows a stream of smoke in Sourback's direction. What a shocking turn of events, Jocasta. The Inferni are innocent. Who could have seen that coming? Could it be that you were wrong to brutalize and humiliate my people? Do not expect an apology from me, Sourback says. I was doing my duty. You can play the victim all you want, but I haven't forgotten the circumstances under which your blasted clan came to be on this ship. Consider every strike upon your backs a reminder of that event. What is the meaning of the Master-at-Arms' words about your clan, Heinrich? It's a story of days long past, one that Mistress Sourback greatly enjoys reminiscing about, as if she was there herself. My ancestors committed a trespass against your ancestor and were made inferni as punishment. I'll be sure to tell you this tale some other time. I must concede as much, Lord Captain, Sourback says. The story can wait. We should first find out why the blood-spun web thought to bathe you in repugnant blood. So did you kill your mutant partner, Guidon? I didn't kill him. I didn't know he was a mutant. Orto and I always got along, even if he wasn't much for talking. But then, he shudders. A servant of death came from the darkness, ended him quickly but harshly. She bled him dry and put a black feather in his throat. She told me to pump blood in the pipes, and then she left. I wanted to confess, but I was afraid she'd come for me too if I did. Whom do you mean by this servant of death? A holy slayer in black and crimson and bone, feared by all they are, quiet and merciless as death itself. They come from the shadows to kill because the Emperor commands them so. You have already met the servants of the blood-spun web, Lord Captain. Their grim procession is not one of the upper decks we'll soon forget. All right, then. Summon the Vizier. I wish to hear his explanation. As you will, Lord Captain. Your Lordship, if I may ask, what happens to me now? I never meant to anger you. I thought I was doing as the Emperor willed it, but here we are. I'm a simple man. I know pipes, and I know them a lot better than all this people business. My eyes aren't what they used to be, but I can still smell rust in metal, though not so much in people's thoughts. I see. Well, you acted as a true servant of the Emperor would. We'll have you provided with the best ocular implant for your work. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, your lordship. I'll serve you faithfully, and I'll never forget your mercy. So the Vizier. The Vizier of the blood-spun web treads lightly and silently as if this old, gaunt body has no weight at all. He whispers weakly, Dominholt willed to see me, and so I have come. I have summoned you to discuss the actions of your apprentices. The Vizier responds in an equally respectful manner. Let their deeds be weighed. Investigation has established that the blood-spun web orchestrated an attack on his lordship by means of pouring unholy blood into his bath. This affront, the old man's murmur drowns out Sourback's relentless voice. Dominholt knows the truth. So it was done, for so I did will. It was no affront, but a prophecy. From my hands to divine, unsullied martyrs offered their souls and bodies into his imperishable embrace. I gazed into the red rivers of their smoldering lives, and I did see a roiling, unclean staining the bays, reaching for the anointed lord of the ark. In my apprentice's last sighs, I heard the undying ones whisper. He bid me bathe the Domin in the blood of he who must go, and they who have been righteous, for this will shield the Domin and strengthen his body against the roiling unclean. I obeyed. The man you killed, who was he? I know not. I heard only the name, and I knew he must go. He listens to the empty space above his shoulder and nods. Yes, we need no more knowledge than that. What do you mean by the roiling unclean? He did not reveal, but it is corruption itself. It offends him. It tastes as sweet as fetid waters in old pipes. Its promises are the deception of an enforcer's smile. Its faces elusive. Master-at-Arms, are you convinced that we have found the culprits? The situation is clear, your lordship. The Emperor has sent us a portent. The protector of mankind guides the hands of his holy servants to guard us and warn us of hidden threats. Could it be a coincidence that the victim of the ritual was a genetic aberration? The officers around you keep a respectful silence, but you can tell by their faint smiles that they find the very idea of doubting the Emperor's providence absurd. Well, the cult of the blood-spun web will face no persecution for their deed. The Vizier freezes, listening to silence, then nods to nothing. Yes, I will tell him. He turns his sewn-shut eyes to you once more. We are seeds in your hands, giver of life. Whether you keep us or scatter us, we will remain grateful. Be that as it may, we have hit a dead end. We hoped that exposing the culprits would lead us to the aberration's lair. Sourback, the investigation must continue, but let the blood-spun web find the mutants breeding on my ship. But no spinner or brave warrior from the Dahlman Circle can find the roots of the unclean, for it can appear as human and act as human. Only its thoughts betray its vile nature. Only its thoughts are never human. Wise. Anxious silence falls the moment Sourback says this one word. She narrows her eyes. Is it unclean thoughts we need to find? Very well. Let Choir Master Wise find them. He knows how, no matter how badly he wishes that the rest of us forgot about it. Vinny Zachary is a fearsome hunter, and when he hunts, the flagship wails. When he thinks, my teeth creak and I can feel pain as if I am young again. But his power is great indeed. He can hunt down our prey. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems that not everyone here is eager to leave this matter to Master Wise. I would say the one least eager will be Master Wise himself. Last time his efforts caused some severe warp manifestations. The ritual truly is perilous. I didn't see the ritual, Adira says. Wise kicked me out, but the echoes of it that reached the decks were enough to scare me shitless. Wise is a mighty old grox, but his head is a mess. And I mean the bad kind of mess, the astropathic kind. I would say we think twice before risk having whatever lives inside his head crawl out. I already have a psyker in my retinue. Adira can perform the ritual. The Vizier listens intently, not to the words of anyone present, but rather to someone invisible and inaudible. I hear you, yes. The witch is weak. Death whispers of many names that it will claim if she is allowed. Names whose time to be erased is not now. I'm not weak, Dira says. Lady Theodora didn't keep weaklings around, and neither does the Lord Captain. But a telepathic ritual of that scale really would be too big of a bite for me on my own. If it's listening to the whispers from behind the door or frying someone with lightning, that I can do. But looking for mutants by following the trail of their unclean little thoughts, it takes a special kind of learning. Well, that is all. Master-at-Arms, your duty is done. I give you leave to wrap up the investigation on the officer's deck. My duty will be done when the threat is eliminated. I will brief the enforcers while you consult Choir Master Wise, Lord Captain. So we have to go see the Choir Master. We need a ritual. Oh, what fun it is. Talk to Choir Master Wise. Well, gonna go this way. He's in the Astropathic Chapel. So we'll go give him a little look-see. And we'll take this party. This'll work, I think. My standard party.
How fascinating. To me, the Immaterium is made of colors, but to the astropaths who dwell in this chapel, it is music.
Yes, it is. Skulls and third eyes. Choir Master Wise turns toward you long before you reach him. A chill runs down your spine as if someone were watching you from inside your own being. You summon your will and drive out the unpleasant sensation. The Choir Master smiles sadly. You shroud your mind well, your lordship, and yet I can guess why you have come. With all due respect, I'm asking you to reconsider. So you would rather not take part in the search for the mutineers? It is my wish to be useful to your lordship, but what you have come for will put the ship in peril. A ritual of this kind can, and certainly will, go the worst way possible. Your predecessor came to me with the same orders once. Nothing good came of it. Please believe me, Lord Captain, when I say a mountain of corpses was the least of the problems we faced at the time. So you say you have performed the ritual before for Theodora? Many years ago. It was a time when Lady Theodora had become anxious. Perhaps the Lord Inquisitor's interest in her affairs adversely affected her, shall we say, trust in her own subjects. She was expecting a betrayal, and eventually her paranoia brought her to me. I performed the ritual, but the choir ceased to exist. What is the nature of this ritual? It takes the entire choir's power to invade such a prodigious number of minds at once. I weave their voices into a chord and steer it into the murky sea of other people's souls. Together we read tens of thousands of thoughts, emotions, and intents, looking for the thing we're after, the seed of corruption you are interested in. Why are you so worried about the ritual? Lord Captain, do you know the proverb about staring too long into the abyss? What you are asking for is tantamount to plunging the entire choir into that abyss. A ritual like that will require incredible focus from each of its participants. It will take a single careless thought, a single glance in the wrong direction, for the way back to be lost. Human minds fusing into one another, vitrified organs inside still living bodies, perverse fantasies manifesting in the flesh. Nothing will stop the horrors of the warp from spreading all over the ship in the blink of an eye. And even if I agreed, it would be impossible. I would need a second powerful telepath as a defender to shield my mind. The last time my best apprentice Adeline did that, but she is no longer with us. She was exceptionally talented, rivaling even myself. Now I know of only one psyker in the entire expanse who is her equal, but he is bound to the service of one of House Winterscale's planetary governors, and thus unavailable to us, which makes your dangerous enterprise an impossibility. I see. That is the harsh truth, your lordship. It must not be done. We can find a psyker who will help you perform the ritual. And who is it? The choir master's smile, though courteous, seems ever so slightly sarcastic. Well, how about Adira? Absolutely not. This is the first time you have ever heard the choir master raise his voice. She is a witch, an abomination. She will only make the situation worse. The beasts of the warp will sense her heresy-prone soul and descend upon us in droves. Will you look at that? The great choir master scared of my little whispers. Adira breaks into trills of laughter. Her mirth almost seems excessive. Stop shaking, will you, old man? I'm gonna protect you and your bulgy-eyed pals from what's behind the door. You'll thank me yet. I trust Adira and am appointing her your assistant. This is non-negotiable. And that's because you can go get this other psyker he's talking about that's employed by the Winterscales, but it costs you profit factor to do it. And I don't want to spend my profit factor on that. I want my profit factor to keep going up. We need to max it out before we get to Act 3. So I trust Adira. She's going to do it. You have signed our death sentence. Wise's anger almost seems to ignite his otherworldly gaze, making it burn right through you. However, his face does not stay contorted with fury for long. There is a distinct coldness to his voice as he says, Well, your lordship, bring your witch here. Why, the abyss will do so much more than stare at us today. We'll be throwing stones into it and begging it to devour us. The choir master speaks the last few words with the bitter smirk of a condemned man who has just been told the day of his hanging. Yes, well, do your job, Wise. Besides, I have people to protect you. So get it done. There she is, protecting him. Creating a shield. Now it will be our job to take care of everyone else. Let's take a peek behind the door and meet those who are so anxious to see us. Choir Master Wise. The temperature inside the chapel is dropping. Every breath turns into a cloud of vapor. The astropath's resonant voices blend together, following the pattern of the melody playing in the hall. Every now and then, muffled moans are heard coming from the thrones of the junior astropaths. The Immaterium is restless. Cassia's voice sounds stifled as if she is fighting for air. The colors are darkening. No, they are beginning to boil. You hear an interloping voice in your head like an echo of a distant echo. Your lordship, I sense strangeness, non-minds. They do not seem human-like. How strange, they are akin to insects. Parasites. I cannot read them, and that is wrong. Look. A dark veil clouds your vision, only to be succeeded by a blinding light a moment later. The great whiteness is the ship, with its multitude of minds, of which you are one. A shadow of utter nothingness winds its way across the blinding white. The nothingness turns into a beast's fanged mouth. Its boundaries spread out as they tried to devour you. Your instincts are screaming, run, run and hide. You hear the choir master's voice coming from a distance, but cannot make out a single word. Your gaze slides along an iridescent thread that has crossed the nothingness. Something shining is towering behind it, a golden giant frozen in place like a statue. A sudden jolt of fear distracts you from that image. Your thoughts turn back toward the nothingness and its kaleidoscope of absences. No color, no emotion, no thought. In its furthest depths, there is something crawling. Balanced on the brink, your gaze falters and slides down into the depths. Billions of pitch-dark non-minds stare back at you, a shapeless mass of wrongness, purple worms of aberration encased in carapaces of otherness. The choir master's voice sounds inside your mind. I cannot see them. I cannot read their minds. I cannot see into their lair. I see only images, fragmented and sinister. Forgive me, Lord Captain, but we took this risk in vain. So what are we dealing with? Some kind of defensive measure? Sorcery? Not sorcery. Something else. I have never encountered minds like this before. Something about them is wrong. I will not tolerate failure. Continue. It is no use. I cannot... The nothingness cackles and croaks. I see you. It assumes a vague shape. A man shriveled by age and infirmity. His eyes alight with an alien purple flame. You have been looking for me. A blind man clad in green appears between you and the croaking nothingness, shielding you. What matter of abomination are you? I cannot sense you. You are not of the warp. What is your twisted nature? I cannot sense you either, but I know you. I heard you were going to seek me out. My ears are everywhere. I was ready. The age-worn voice is like a deep wail, echoed by a throng of smaller voices. Civilizations and star clusters lie buried at the bottom of the being's pale eyes, which are aflame with hunger. Your mind feels cramped inside your skull, and you can hear the bone creaking. Did the ritual work after all? No, this is not my ritual. Panic rings in the choir master's voice inside your mind. This is his spell, an invasion of our minds. While I was seeking it with my power, it found us with its own, and I cannot stop it. I cannot force it out of our heads. Get it away. Attack. How? I cannot sense it. I cannot... You are my prey. Well, we were poking around and something decided to poke around at us. Oh, looky. It's time to have some fun. We must protect the choir master. Alright, my friends. Let's do it. That's a lie. A lie. Those aren't my paths. They aren't my lives. There is only one me. The real me. Go away. Okay, well then. Let's see, we have a bunch of people over here. There's people over here. We have people who are going to show up in some slots over here. And on the matching other side. So we're going to move her over there. Me over here. Cabela, you can move over here. Jai. Here. Dira is incapacitated now. So, Pascal. Let's see, Pascal, why don't you move over right there? Let's start this battle. Cassia. Let's go like this. And then have you try to... You can't grab anybody there, can you? Okay, do this. I just need you to move this person like 3 steps away here.
My gaze.
There we go. You notched him, and that's great. Now you're going to move up here and do this, and this will allow you to really grab some bodies here. Here we go. Okay. Let's do this then. Doink.
I have read tomes of military tactics. Me?
Doink.
Captain.
Okay. Now smack some people around here. What do we want to do? Like that? That'll work.
If I may.
Oh, I love it. Okay, can you hit him with this? Yes, you
I'm
can.
not accustomed to being ordered around.
Gotcha. All right, and then let's just do some defense here.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
There is movement in the Imperium.
Idira, withered by light. There's lots of Idiras here. And then Adeline, he previously said she helped him. And she was someone who could rival him.
Ruby flashes on choking me.
Anis. And then she moves. Okay. Domin. Cabela, we need you over here. Let's see. What do we want to do? Let's go here. Let's give you some of this. Gift of Torment. Okay. Let's move the Gift of Torment over here. We don't need to worry about it yet. What we could do... Could jump. Let's do this. We're going to jump right here. And then we're going to spend this right here. So we can do a normal hit and make blood over here. And then go like this. Okay. That works.
No.
Savicia. Uh-oh. That's bad. Cassia, we need to heal you. Oh, it hit its own person there, Antonius. That's nice. Mad Chapel Guard. Yep, so these guys show up, but they got explosive containers up here. That's nice. Uh-oh, she's taking some hits there. That's no good. Okay. Let's do...
I am
this.
ready for whatever comes.
Low momentum.
Low momentum, yeah. Let's heal her.
Stop squirming.
House Orcelio thanks you.
Buff thyself. We do a couple of hits, or we can light someone on fire. Let's buff ourselves with this.
On it.
Okay. That takes everything up for that turn. Pascal, I need to get you in position to shoot these guys up here, if you can. You can't yet, because you're going to have to shoot these other guys, so... Let's put you behind full cover and move you over there. Let's start with this. 31 hit points for that. Want to get some guys who are low hit points here. Idira, Harbinger of Chaos. Alright, Anis. Now what would we like to do? It's gotta switch like that. Thaddeus. Okay. Can you kill this person off? Maybe. Alright, there you go. Okay. I could almost get you up there, couldn't I? What about from here? Oh, you still can't see there? Okay. That's too bad. I'd like to be able to shoot up here. Oh, I can. Yes. Okay, do it. That helps. Alright, in that case, we got enough to end here. Designates an enemy in a 10-cell radius is trailed and finishes his turn if an ally kills the enemy. Who's gonna kill probably the lowest hit point one over here? If he can see it. He can't see anybody over there, though. Oh, bummer. He can't see anybody? Oh, he can't do that. Okay. And we'll just pull off joint and move. Warp apparition. Jai, need your help up here. Alright, my dear. Let's see. I need more damage. And you've got 13 is all? Bummer. Okay. It's barely going to give me enough. Let's give it to her then.
Am I getting paid for this?
And then we'll do linchpin on her.
I can do that with the right incentive. Tell me,
This.
and it is done.
Give her a half turn.
I can do that with the right incentive.
Okay. You can either do this, but this person's going to get a swing at you. Or you can move them all. I'd kind of rather move them.
Me?
Like that. That's great. Okay. Could try to point of curiosity a couple more of you people. I'd like to move this person. Can I get anyone over here? I was hoping to get this person from behind cover, but it didn't work, so. Okay. Jai Hedari, you're done. Round 2. More critters are going to come out of these things. I think these things can be destroyed, but I'm not entirely sure. And then here comes group 2 to flank us, which really sucks. Alright, my darling, dear. Let's do this. Can you get everybody together? Like this.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
More damage for you guys. I don't want to hit her. Don't hit her.
Me? If you...
Do not hit my own person.
I'm not accustomed to being...
Okay, that helps. Pascal gets a half a turn. I'm going to start moving him in this direction. He can't attack, but he can stack stuff, and he can do things like this. Can you get that up there on them? You can't. Okay. Can you stack this on there? No. Nope. Anis, Idira, Stavaro, stack it on him. That works. Can you do that on them? Try that. See if you can get yourself another turn here. Now she is going to put that. Oh, you can't quite put that on her, and you can't move. And you, I guess the only other person you could put it on is Jai. Or you can try to move this person here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you think it'll work?
If I may.
Nope, didn't. Okay. That's alright.
Never stood a chance.
That person dies. Adeline is over here.
I can't stand it.
This person's gonna run around here and try to hit me.
Don't touch me.
Oh, they got a Melta. Nice. Fun. Okay. You need to heal yourself first, sister.
You cannot trick death. It will claim me.
Can you
one
move
day.
up here and get these guys? Not really. Okay. I could go down here and get these bozos. I could get Adeline. I could come over here. Let's try here.
I bring mercy and retribution.
How many hit points they got? 108, 21. Okay. And you don't have any temporary hit points, do you?
As on our old days.
Alright, now what we need to do is this. I know.
There is only death.
That's going to
Yours
heal you, which is
or
going to be
mine.
great.
I shall not fail. As the tenants demand.
Keep killing. Okay. There, another good hit. That works. Tried to shoot at her and she managed to dodge. That's great. Astropaths. Warp apparition.
I can't stand it.
Pascal got hit.
I can handle this.
This way.
Man, Chapel Guard. Who are you gonna shoot at? Alright, Holt von Valencius. I can stay here and try to kill them, or I can try to go over here. I would really like to go over here and light these guys on fire. The problem is it's a one-turn thing. It's a one-turn thing, which doesn't really help me too much. Jai, you may have to go over there and shoot at those guys. That may be the best choice here. Do I have anchor arms on me yet? Yeah, I do. Okay. Let's kill this person. Stavros. You get the double attack.
Make it happen. Your end was inevitable.
Oh, he disappeared. That's nice. Can you get to this person? No. Okay,
It's
I'm
as
gonna move
good
you
as
there.
done. I'll make it
Defense.
happen.
Pascal. Okay. From up here, can you get these guys? You can get both of them. Good, and you got cover. Alright. Use this. Mad Chapel card. 4932. Give this person a little more exploit here. I didn't do any sort of bounty on them, so that isn't a lot of use. Let's just try to do this. You're dead. There we go. That's what I wanted. Joint analysis. Jai Hedari. From here, can you see anybody? No. Can you see? Yeah, if you go up here. What about there? Okay.
Watch
I'm
my
gonna move
back.
you here. I have to. Can I do linchpin some more on her? Yes. And I can do inspire on her. It's only 5. It's not going to count. So let's do this. Can I throw a grenade up there? Yes. It's a stunner. Okay. Stun grenade. Don't know how helpful that's going to be. Can I give her a half a turn?
Don't
Can.
get too cocky.
Okay. You got a half a turn. Let's try to pull these bozos over to here.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Okay. And then what about...
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
That's what we liked. Right there. Okay. Jai Hedari, you're done. More of them are coming out of there. Alright, Cassia. You big bad lady. Let's see what happens if we move you over here. Can we take everybody here?
Me?
Move them in that direction.
If you
There
insist,
we
Lord
go.
Captain. If I may,
Danger, Will Robinson.
witness the fury of House Orcelio.
This thing's still present? Okay, it doesn't seem like something we can destroy. I don't have any notes about being able to do that, so apparently you can't. Give her... I can't give her... Give it to him. Because then he can light someone on fire.
I'll see to it. Your end was inevitable.
That's what we like. Nice. Cassie, you're done.
For now.
Adeline.
Don't touch me.
Melta. Alright, you want to take this person out? This warp apparition? Can you just destroy it?
As
in one
honor
shot.
ordains.
Oh my god, really?
Killing brings me no pleasure.
Yeah, it doesn't. Oh, he parried you. Wow, what's going on, sister? You're getting parried? Okay. We'll leave you there. Mad Chapel Guard. Warp.
I feel nothing. Fear nothing.
Okay. We got Annis here. If I move a little bit.
I'll make it happen. Another enemy
There we
down.
go. These guys are dead. I got nobody there. I got this lady back here. Okay. Let's go get you. Adeline, you're on fire. Enjoy it.
Who, if not me?
Might as well
It's
buff
as
since
good
I'm
as
here.
done.
There we go. Pascal. You need to move.
Activate calculated fury algorithm.
Why don't you throw this on there? I don't think there's any cover there, so there's no sense in doing perfect spot, really. Well, there is. You get the bonus to perception, ballistic skill. You just don't get the cover bonus. That's a miss. This is going to be a miss. Okay, he hit her. That's nice.
Request approved.
Done. Jahedari. There we go. Now we got
This
some cover
battlefield
behind
air
this
is good
both.
for my lungs.
Can we throw a regular grenade up here then and
You've
do
got a
some
problem?
damage?
I've got a price.
Okay, that was nice. Can you give a half a
Am I
turn to
getting
her?
paid for this?
Excellent.
Trust me.
Excellent. That one's done. Jai, there's not much else you can do. You can improve her
Don't get too
stats.
cocky.
Round 4. Okay. Sister, why don't you just do this? Why don't you move right there and beg these guys to come out here and play in
the
your
navigator is coming.
playground here.
This way!
Isn't this a job for the Trident Island race?
There you go. There's really nothing else you can do, is there? There's nobody close that you can do anything to. Okay. Be done. Oh, I guess you could have done something with her. I didn't realize Adeline was still there.
Come.
You're
the other
done.
side awaits.
For now.
Mad Chapel Guard. You missed. I will take out this person. Let's do regular first.
I'll see to your end.
There we
was
go.
inevitable.
Look at yourself and what you have become. Pathetic. They said we were destined for greatness, but you have chosen to wallow in self-pity and lies. Well, you know. So who is this? Zachary Wise is here. Great. Okay. Well, boss, you just killed that person, so run over here and get as
I'll
close to
make
that
it
as you
happen.
can. Well, why don't you do this?
Who
Or
if not
MP.
me?
Let's put you right up here.
I don't need luck. I have strategy.
Stab this guy.
It's as good as done.
Oh, you missed. You rat. Okay, let's make him a little bit
I'll see to it
weaker.
personally. I'll make it
Defense.
happen.
Let's go. Wise, what are you doing? Oh, he hit him on the way down there.
Damage to bulk.
Pascal, you can get up here. Actually, I think you can see him from there. It's a little bit of cover. I don't know how much cover that is, but let's do this. Line him up with an
The
exploit.
Messiah knows all, comprehends all.
You can't hit this person way over here, can you? No, I didn't think so. Just wanted to see. It seemed like it was something worth doing. What's Wise's defense like? 54, 84% dodge? Oh, let's just get rid of that
Running
then.
binaric override.
Drops you down to 64 and 39. I like that. Let's try to hit you with this.
My vow.
There we go.
Request approved.
Pascal, you beast.
The Messiah knows all, comprehends all.
Jai, you need to kill this guy up here. Can you do it? Can you smack him around here? It's 23%. What is it with this one? 21. Okay, give it your best shot.
Tell me, and it is yours.
Okay, one of those hits hit.
You've got a problem, I've got a price.
Ah, terrible. Terrible, I say. Okay. No, that's all we're gonna do with her. We can't reach anybody else with anything, I don't think. Nope. We can do her with this. Done. More enemies coming out the sides. Okay. I got Cabela over here just kind of keeping the door held. I would like you to come over here and kill this guy. It's kind of more important.
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet.
Can you get him to move like over
I
here?
am a navigator, not a servitor.
Oh, that's nice. As long as that doesn't hit Jai, I'm cool with it.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Smack it around. Or better yet, do this. Give me a half turn. I'm gonna go over here.
I
and-
won't compromise
I can't
my
get that guy?
principles.
You kidding me? Okay, light him on fire
I'll
some more.
see to it personally.
There we go. Now, go ahead and do this. Don't hit Jai. That's all we care
If I
about.
may.
You're torched. Oh, and now we get this. Okay. You're gonna move a little bit then, right to here. That's. She's ugly. Can you come up here? I want you to move. Let's see.
The
Yeah, come on.
shadows will see it done.
I need to move over here.
I am your blade and shield.
Can you jump to there? Can't. You can't jump. Ah, rats. Okay. Darn it. I thought you could jump. Well, what if we do
I
this?
shall not fail.
Okay.
A dance of blades and shadows,
Let's do this.
as the tenants demand.
Now let's jump. No, it parried. Come on. Take a bite out of crime. Oh my god. Okay, you got too many penalties right here. Let's see what we can do. Reckless abandon. No. Let's see. Blood oath. Nope. Nobody has that status on them. Oath of vengeance. Selects an ally. Can we open
As
on her?
honor
Yeah.
ordains.
Alright. I need another kit.
Do you think my
Heal
body
yourself.
is suffering?
Can you do this, maybe? You also got this. Dashes through an enemy. Cell on the other side.
Trust me.
She's still... Oh god, she's sucking. Dodge. What? Hit roll 57. Her dodge is 80%. Oh my god. Okay. Hmm. 17% damage, but we can't hit her. That's the problem. Dang it. Okay, just try
I
this.
shall not fail.
Yeah, you failed big time. All right, leave it there. We got to get Pascal to take care of her.
I can't stand it. Quick, quick!
All right, let's do. Can we weaken this thing?
Who, if not me?
Yep. And then if I can move, then stab.
I'll see to it personally.
Yeah, there we go.
I'll make it happen.
All right. Pascal, you're the guy here. Do this. Big time. Help with the dodge here. That puts its dodge at 82. So that's a little bit better. I'm gonna move you here. I got a better idea. I don't want to shoot and miss and hit Cabela. So I'd rather try that. There we go. There we go. Okay, now we're at the right angle here for shooting. Great. Fantastic. Okay.
I can't stand it.
Jai Hedari, you need to kill this thing up here. How close is it to being dead? What is this? A force grenade? It'll fall down. Shoot it, will ya?
Don't get too close.
28%. And that was
Am I
just
getting
nothing.
paid?
God, you absolutely stink. You absolutely stink. Wow. You suck so bad. I can't believe how bad you suck. That hurt.
Broken blade has no.
That hurt. Damn it. Okay. I can give this to Pascal. I don't care so much about that. Are you in position to kill this
If you
thing now?
insist, Lord Captain.
You got temporary hit points. Try this.
I am unsatisfied.
Okay. There's some hitting going on there. I like
The
that.
shadows will see it done.
You missed again. You missed again. Okay. Cassia, what do you want to do? Can we move all these guys
I'm
over to
not
here?
accustomed to being ordered around.
Okay. I couldn't move you away though? What if I move you to right here?
Me. If you insist, Lord Captain.
Okay, that was unique. That's what I wanted to do was this.
If I may, face the navigator's might.
Okay, that works. Oh, she missed her. A miracle. Okay. Cabela, you're here again. We really need you to hit this chick. Really, really, really need you to hit her. Can you hit her with this? Thank you. Okay.
I can't stand it.
Got the shooter person. Mad Chapel Guard.
Quick, quick! I can't stand it.
Boss man. What, was I stunned or something? I didn't get to go? Okay. Pascal, I'd like to have you move around and do it, but let's just do it here. We're going to have you kick her again.
Plan well executed.
That worked. Alright. Portals are closing. We like that. The choir master awakens with a sharp breath. Lord Captain, we are still alive. God Emperor has protected us this time, but curses, did I not warn you? A moment of silence, then words of prayer stream from his lips in a monotone like a quiet lament, a dirge for the departed, a bitter confession. When he continues speaking, his voice is full of strength. Yet we escaped disaster. The warp did not take our souls, and there are far fewer casualties this time. And we were doubly fortunate given the vulnerability revealed in Mistress Telas's soul. We nearly became the latest chilling legend of the Coronos Expanse, the ghostly vessel in whose groaning bays roam unquiet souls. Those things seem to know you. Wise lowers his head further. The insidious spawn thrive on confounding one's reason. They don the faces of those I once held dear, my apprentices, all of whom perished the previous time I performed this ritual. They have haunted me ever since, in my dreams, in the warp, everywhere. The immaterium abominations who devoured their souls have been tormenting me with shame and regret, and now they have come for my sanity as well. When the choirmaster speaks of his fallen students, there is a lingering pain in his voice. His words reflect more than just a terrible memory. They are heavy with the bitterness of personal loss, or of guilt that eats away at the soul. What was that old man? Is he a mutant? One of those that we were looking for? Even if not, there was nothing more chilling we could have possibly found. An inhuman thing in human form. A true sacrilege against the Emperor. Its mind is strange like an insect's or a parasite's, but I saw images in the minds of those around it. Currents of energy, a blue glow, the clanging of metal. Could be the plasma drive chambers? That is where I would start searching for signs of corruption, and a worm tormenting a star. Wise touches his cheek, which is smeared with blood that is trickling from under his blindfold. He uses the blood to sketch a perfunctory image, a many-beamed star with a fat, fanged creature coiled in front of it resembling either a larva or a serpent. The longer you listen to Wise, the more convinced you become that the warp manifestation was not caused by the conniving of the ruinous powers, but by the efforts made to discover an incredibly alien mind. Such an unnatural mind could belong to a dangerous Xenos. Are you familiar with the symbol? No. It could be the emblem of some cult on the ship, but I seldom leave the chapel and have never come across it before. I see. Well, inform the Master of Arms of everything we saw. Let her search the plasma drive chambers and find the mutants, the old man. Well, let's see. I will go to the plasma drive chambers myself, find the old man, and have a conversation with him. Let's do that. We sacrificed some of the soundness of our minds to the immaterium today. I hope it was not in vain and will help your lordship. I still cannot believe we survived this. Wise slowly unclenches his hand and a cloud of frost rises from it, revealing his Aquila, now bound in purple psychic ice. He whispers, "The immaterium has touched it, the holy symbol of the protector of mankind." He pauses, then adds in a gloomy voice, "I do not know if this symbol of our victory over the horrors of the warp, a trophy claimed in battle, or a grim portent left by the wicked spawn, the Sea of Souls." So what do we get here? We get ice-covered Aquila. What is it? Whenever the wearer suffers a critical hit, the attacker immediately suffers willpower bonus warp damage. Oh, fun. Well, it is a symbol of my victory. Give it to me if you are unable to see this inspiring trophy for what it is. Nothing can shake your lordship's spirit. May this Aquila bring you good fortune. I will have a new one delivered to me immediately. He looks at the Aquila with sorrow. If only everything that the immaterium takes from us was so easy to replace. And there we are. We've leveled up. We get that Aquila, and the person who actually could use it would be her. She's got this one. Fellowship and 10 Commerce, but I'd really... This would be good. She's got a lot of what she should have a huge willpower bonus. So if she suffers a critical hit, I would like
If
my
only
enemy.
that were possible.
Oh, incorrect armor. Oh, it goes here in one of these slots. Okay. 10 to awareness, and the wearer deals 10 times more damage to Xenos and demons. If the wearer has conviction to augmentic, this bonus is double. So we could lose some of her awareness for this. Sure. Yeah, let's do that. Her awareness is pretty high, and it's just going to get higher. So we have level ups to do.
Keep your wits about you.
We now have to go to the plasma drive chambers, but for now, we should go back to the bridge so that everybody can be healed. So folks, it's been a long episode, I know. Hour and 20 minutes. It's been cranking along here. But this is how the DLC works. The first DLC, the Bloodspun Web. There's a lot going on. So we will level up people on the next episode, and then we will head to the plasma chambers. Everyone, thanks for hanging out with me on this series. We're 25 episodes in. It's going to be at least 100. But I have wanted to put Rogue Trader on the channel since the game came out, and I'm happy that I waited until after there were enough patches and bug fixes to make it wonderful. This is going to go down as a top 5 party-based RPG for me, for sure. It's right up there with my favorite games like Baldur's Gate, both 2 and 3, the first Pillars of Eternity, and some others. You know what's really cool, and I know this video is really, really long, so I'm just gonna take a minute here to talk about this at the end. So for anybody who stuck around to the end, here's the bonus. They just recently came out with an enhanced edition of Neverwinter Nights 2, which is one of my all-time favorite party-based RPGs as well, particularly because Mask of Betrayer, the expansion after it, is so good. I am playing through that now, making notes. I would like to put that on the channel. And then the other thing, a game that I just adore because it's so combat focused and there's not a lot of story to it. And those kinds of party-based RPGs really hit me, like they really work for me, is the Temple of Elemental Evil. It's a game that is notoriously difficult to get running these days, but there is a remaster that is going to come out either later this year or in 2026. And I am super excited about that because that game, to me, is kind of the essence of Dungeons and Dragons. It's just a huge dungeon crawl. And it has maybe the best implementation of the 3.5 rules I've ever seen in any game. Neverwinter Nights 2 also uses the 3.5 rule set, and I love it. But I kind of like the turn-based way. I really like the turn-based way that Temple of Elemental Evil implements the 3.5 rules. To me, it's kind of the perfect implementation, and I only wish we had more games doing that. Like, if I was Wizards of the Coast, I would be looking at certain game developers, like Harebrained Schemes, for instance, and saying, we would like to have a few more 3.5 games because that was a really fun rule set. Would you like to make one? Because Temple of Elemental Evil is just so much fun. So those are games that I want to put on the channel in the future, and hopefully we'll get to do that. For now, I leave you with this. Rogue Trader, it's been a blast. It's going to continue to be a blast. Chapter 2 is a lot of fun, and we're sneaking up on one of the game's what I call first big dungeons, which is just a freaking blast. And I only wish the game would have been more of that and a little less of everything else. So it's just a fun time. I will see you all next time. You know the drill. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave questions and comments down below, because the questions and the comments, that interaction that goes on, that's really what drives the algorithm on YouTube. So the more feedback we get, the better. And I will see you next time. Until then, happy gaming, everyone.